Even before the Garden of Eden, the devil has been leading others astray to choose a way that is not commensurate with God's words, his will, and his ways. Do not be a dummy for the devil by listening to his voice, choosing his way to go about things, even things done in the name of love. And we see an example in 2 Samuel 13, where Amnon claimed he was in love with his half-sister Tamar. And rather than going about things the right way, he listened to his cousin Jonadab, and Jonadab gave him a deceptive way to quote-unquote get his half-sister Tamar. And in the course of him trying to get Tamar, she said, "Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee." So here it is, Amnon trying to force himself on his half-sister Tamar. And she is actually telling him the right way about getting her, which is to go to their father, King David, and petitioning him. And that David would do it. But instead, he forced himself upon Tamar. 2 years later, Jonadab survived, unscathed according to the scripture, but Amnon was killed. In 2 Peter 2, and I read verse 4 and 11 through 16. "For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart that they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Besor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass, referring to donkey, speaking with man's voice, forbade the madness of the prophet." Do not become a dummy for the devil by doing things his way as opposed to God's way.